Hello twin flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. And yes, I'm back home finally. Just got landed the night before. Yeah, so I'm still a little bit tired from the trip, but I am excited to be back home, and I'm gonna do a really quick reading because my day is packed with stuff that I need to get done. But you know, good old Mondays, especially when you're catching up after a trip. But I will do a quick reading for the twins with DF energy, DM energy, and then we'll get messages. And I'm, of course, back with the Hermit Tarot deck, so we'll see what comes up. I'm using the Cosmic Journey Oracle today. Let's get a card for Divine Feminine first of all. And a quick reminder that we are having winter solstice coming up on Wednesday. So we'll be doing a special reading for that. I don't know whether I'll do it tomorrow or Wednesday, I'm not sure yet, but we will take a deeper dive into what this means for the twins and for the upcoming year. You know what that cycle will be like, at least for the next 6 months, because usually the nature of solstices is that we have them every 6 months: winter, summer. So we'll see what the next 6 months are gonna look like. And of course, we have the new moon coming in at the end of the week. I think it's on the 23rd. So yeah, we'll do something for that as well. I need to catch up with all my dates now because, you know, I've been like almost like in a different reality while I was in DR. Let me know if you want me to post more pictures from my adventures, because I've done quite a lot of things actually. So for 5 minutes, we have number 20. Out of the mess comes elegant order, beautiful balance. Yes, especially we saw a lot of ending of the cycle and healing cards for DF recently, and to me this is like the integration of that healing, of the work that you've been doing, right? This is like seeing the actual results of it, that now you can see that it's getting your life back on track and back in order in a good way, right? Like that things are not chaotic anymore, and even if something negative happens, you can quickly snap out of it and get back into balance, into grounded state, and into high vibrational energy. Okay, let's see what we have for divine masculines for today. Woo. I'm still in a little bit in my summer mode, but it's actually freezing cold in New York area. And I don't even mean that figuratively. It's freezing. We have freezing temperatures this morning. And I will be waiting for the long weekend for Christmas for sure. Because for me, it usually gets quieter too. And I will actually post some readings for the Mindful Bamboo channel, for my other channel. So I will do 2023 predictions by sign. And of course, I will do January readings. So maybe I'll even do shorts for the winter solstice by sign. So if you're interested in a little bit more detail, a little bit more zoomed in version, because usually those collectives by zodiac sign are smaller, then you're most welcome to check those out later this week. For masculines, we have number 6. Bloom where you are planted. Yeah, I think we saw that the other day too, right? With the being in the now and being grateful for where you are, right? And this is like using the fertile soil that you have, that, you know, the resources that you have at your disposal, basically, to bloom where you're placed, because there was a good reason for you to be placed there. And it's important to sort of ideally get the message of the universe of what it was trying to tell you, to give you, where to guide you in your next steps, right? But at least, like, you can, even if you don't have such a good channel directly with the resources you have, with the situation that you're in, and you would know what you're talking about, divine masculines, when you get this card, immediately what pops into your head. Where are you now? Something that is unlikely your area of comfort. It's probably something that you're not used to at the very least, or maybe it's even causing you some anxiety, right? So this is your chance to turn things around and to make it an opportunity that you can actually grow from, and you can grow your abundance from. That's the whole symbolism of being planted, right? Of being a tree blooming. Oops, sorry guys. Yeah, I'm getting used to my to my usual set. Okay, let's see what's going on with Divine Feminines right now. What's happening with Divine Feminine Collective as we speak? Okay, we have Knight of Pentacles, Death, and the Fool. Two major arcana. And yes, Death is the end of the cycle. Fool is the beginning of a new cycle. So we can clearly see that transition, right? For masculines, we have Knight of Swords in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and the Devil. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Wands. But this is a knight that's like turning their head back, like looking around. And to me, this means that this Knight of Wands is not as confident as the usual Knight of Wands would be. Like, this is Knight of Wands where we're trying to put a mask on, where we are happy, we are confident, but it's not really like that. So there is some underlying fear. So just a little note to someone out there that it's not the same as actually being confident and happy, right? You understand that, of course, but you're being drawn to this moment because to this idea. It's important to recognize it. And a lot of times, unfortunately, we do that automatically by inertia, if you wish, because that's what society expects of us, right? That's what we've been taught to do. Like, do not, pour your problems out onto other people, right? You're supposed to deal with them yourself, and you're supposed to put on a happy face when you're out and about with people. Especially with some people, with some circumstances, right? Like, if it's your family, you don't want to hurt their feelings or make them worry. If it's your colleagues and employees, you don't want to give away that you actually have doubts, or maybe you cannot keep up with some work, right? Like, there are always some justifications. But the underlying truth is you're not being your authentic self, or even if you find a good justification for it. And that's not good. So A, make sure that it's temporary and you understand exactly why you are doing it. B, look for ways, every time you go into that state, look for ways to not do it. And I know it's scary, and believe me, it took me a long time to start kind of folding it back and being like, I don't even care anymore. Like, I don't want to use someone's services anymore, for example. And they used to be, or they're like a friend of a friend. And I used to be thinking like, oh, I don't want to hurt their feelings. And I know that their feelings will be hurt because I already know this person, I worked with them. But I'm like, I don't like the quality of their service. So at the end of the day, and I understand that my actual friend might get upset because of that person and how they will present it, right? Like, there is this whole thing. But at the end of the day, I'm unhappy, I'm anxious, I'm disappointed if I have to keep talking to this person and working with them, but I'm not happy with the result. So I'm like, bye. And yes, I would be polite, I don't have to be rude about it, right? But I'm still being honest, and I'm moving on with someone else because that's my truth. And I mean, maybe this is a little bit easier example, right? Maybe yours is harder, but baby steps, right? Try to at least do more communication around it, right? And see what happens, and see how you can maybe start turning things around so that it actually gets to that happy place, that you don't have to put it on as a mask. So for feminines, we have, promise this will be quick, but yeah. For feminines, we have, basically this is, like I was saying, this is the switch between the cycles, and the hopeful outlook into the future. Yeah, so the feminines, and I'm getting this is even into 2023 already, right? The feminines are kind of like acknowledging that this whole year has been transformational, big time, right? And it hasn't always been happy, jolly kind of situation, but they've learned so much, and they're ready to embark on a new road in 3D life as well. So it's almost like there's been so much of accumulation of inner work, energy cleansing, ascension, all that stuff, that now it's kind of asking for it to be applied into the actual 3D life, for something new, something different, right? Like change of a lifestyle, change of location, change of a career, right? Something big, maybe changing your relationship with money, right? Like Pentacles could be any and all of those things. And the Knight is the one who is determined to get to the goal, not just a kind of like, maybe I'll try something, right? But it is like a long-term vision that the Knight has, that, yeah, okay, that's where I'm going. For masculines, I'm getting that there is some stubbornness at the moment to follow the divinely guided path, those to respond to those events and situations that are coming up, to guide the masculines into a more spiritual path, right? They're sticking with the karmic situations and following the path that is well trodden for them, that they know well. And that's unfortunately not what they're supposed to be doing right now, hence the devil energy here. And it doesn't have to be like super toxic, or it doesn't even have to be addiction, right? It can be, right? But it can even be, okay, I'm choosing to, again, like with that mask card that we saw for both of the twins, I'm choosing not to speak up at work when somebody's putting me down, or I'm choosing to just follow the lead of my karmic partner when it's about making decisions for the both of us, for our family, for our couple, right? Like it can be any of those things, and they may seem innocent on the surface, but again, there's always this underlying factor. Are you trying to find an easy way out and just avoid conflict, right? Are you doing people-pleasing thing? Just similar, right? Like those patterns need to be recognized. It's super important, even if you're not ready to deal with them just yet. Messages from divine masculines to feminines, really quickly. Okay, so we have, I still don't have all the answers, clearly. A lot of karmic stuff still in place. I'm sorry. Yep, they're looking for ways, at least. If I follow you, I could lose everything. Yeah, so looking for ways to kind of, not to get a wrecking ball against their life, you know, like do it in a smart way so that they don't have to give up everything they worked so hard for if they have to follow you. Now, from feminines to masculines, we have you are my everything and Ace of Pentacles. Yes, beautiful. So the feminines are basically saying, I love you unconditionally, no matter what. And right now I understand that you're dealing with a lot of stuff, so I'm moving on with my new projects, new plans, and I'm very excited about those. So I hope you can be excited for me. Okay, I hope this was good for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll be back with more readings very, very soon. Luckily, I have all of my setup back, my good internet back, which I'm so grateful for, more than ever. And yeah, I'll definitely, that's actually can be also Pentacles. I'll be back with more readings soon. Bye, everyone.